up, everybody? How y'all doing today? This you got Billy Ball, the former Fuller, back with another video. I just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity. Next, I want to thank y'all for the support y'all showing for the channel, man. We're growing, man. We're having a lot of fun with this. But on today's video, I just got off work from the fire department, and I'm headed to the house. I got a pretty big job that I've been working on. I'm about 9 hours into it. I need to get this job finished up so I can get this piece of equipment back to the customer, because it's getting time to plant this food plot. Y'all grab your popcorn, Sprite, Skittles, whatever. Y'all get with me, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this, and we'll see y'all on the next video. So, we're finna go grind. Finna jump on this 1590 grain drill right here. I got 40 units with the control arm already out of them. I got 12 more of these control units I gotta cut out, press out. I get a little video footage when I get done. Got the tool box ready to go, truck backed up, 30-ton press over here. Got it set up. I gotta lay my air hose down from the air compressor. Cutting torch set up. Finna put in a day, work on this thing, probably about 8 to 10 hours a day. Probably a minimum of 8, maybe 10. I'm gonna try to get this thing closed out this week, but I'm gonna put these cameras on time lapse while I'm out here working, and I'll share with y'all shortly. We'll see. All right, I'm over here at this press. I'm gonna show you what I had going on, the reason I had to cut those ends off. With this piece being like this, with this piece being frozen, that arm was frozen angle. So trying to get it down in this press with this arm right here frozen, it wouldn't get in between the press, so I could take the press and get it out here. I'm not gonna get this thing kind of awkward, so I'm not gonna get a good angle on how to get the correct shot like this, but you can get an idea what goes on. So with these two black pieces under here against this, I can slide this dude up underneath it and press the band out through the bottom of it. So that was one reason I cut that off, and it just made it easier to do this. But I'm gonna flip the camera over to this scene right here while I apply pressure on this deal and show you how much pounds of pressure that it took to drive this shaft out of this housing here. So it was a process, and man, I had one last year. It took 25 tons of pressure just to get this pressed out of this deal. So the deal is with taking a hammer and beating this deal, you flatten this out and it make it hard to get out and all that stuff, so it just caused a lot of problems. So I figured out cutting it off where you can get in the press and get a consistent pressure on it to ease it on out and make the job a whole lot easier. But that's what we got, so we're gonna roll over to the next scene. All right, everybody, I'm back with the next step. I got all my pieces cut off of this control arm. I got all of them cut off about like this. And the reason why I cut them off is so I can get them in the press. But once I get them in the press, they're supposed to come out like this deal, like this one, but it was 4 units on this whole grain drill that I didn't have any trouble getting these out of. I had a couple of them that I took a hammer and drove them out, but the rest of 2 of them that came out with no problem. But make a long story short, now the next step, I gotta fire the cutting torch back up, and I'm gonna cut this off right here, because inside of this deal right here, I got this one already off. I'm gonna turn around to the camera right quick. Show you what I got. But that's a seal on top of the nut right here. So I got it. The reason I'm cutting this arm off so I can get this seal off, so I can get to the nut and screw this off, so I can pull this whole band hub assembly off. Cause I got a band in here, seal, race, and all that stuff got to be replaced. And so the bands are good, but man, it's so much time and energy go in there to take all this stuff off just to replace the control arm. And so if you paying somebody to do this, the best thing you do is go ahead and rebuild a whole lower unit, because if a band go out, you're gonna have to take all this stuff back off, and if it's on the inside, You gonna have to drop all that roll unit. It's just a hassle. So this grain drill is pretty old. One of my recommendations, if you're gonna have to, you got all these control arms and stuff frozen up. I figure they've been on that 10 to 15 years or more plus. Just take time to put new bands on it. It'll last you another 15, 20 years, and you know you'll be doing good. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video, get over here on this cut dart, cut these pieces off, and once I get all this stuff resumed, I come back and pick this video up from there. All right, everybody, finna fire this torch up. We finna start cutting. We'll cut this first one for you real quick. All right, everybody, I got all these pieces cut off, and I'm gonna show you my next step, what I gotta do. I'm gonna bend down here and show you what it looked like after I got everything cut off. It's kind of hot, but all of them are nice and smooth, so I'm not gonna touch them. I gotta let them cool off, but I'm gonna go back up here. I got my right socket and everything that I needed to get this band hub assembly off right quick. I'm gonna knock it off for y'all while those pieces cool off. Let me get this old camera adjusted. Just like that. Nut off. There your band. You see all that old dirty grease and everything inside of there? That's why I recommend go ahead and rebuild all this stuff while you got all this stuff took down. Look how nasty all that old grease is. That's nasty. But I gotta get this, all this come out. They got a little shim in here, little race that the seal off, keep the dust out of it. And right here, they got a little wire ring that goes on here, that goes in between there. So I gotta take all this stuff down, get it cleaned up, but that's where we at on this particular scene right here. So I'm gonna stop this video and keep on moving and dry this piece out right here. And on this end right here, I'm gonna replace these. They got wear on here. So, and inside of here, they got a seal that goes inside of this deal that's ate up. So that's why all that stuff is frozen up, because of poor maintenance on it. But I'm gonna stop this video right here, and when we get to the next phase, I'll pick back up and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, I'm back with the last scene of this video, and I'm gonna tear this last unit down and explain to you what I got going on. First thing I'm gonna do is take this hammer, this chisel, get this seal off. I showed a little part of this on another scene on the video earlier. Come in here. Like this. Like that, seal is off. And I come in here and take my little scraper here. Clean all those grease off of it. Take my impact wrench right here. Just like that. Here's my nut. Oh, spanner. Sometimes I want to come it out, so I take my hammer and I hit this deal right here. Pull that out. That's the old shaft that's frozen up in here. I gotta throw this away. Add my band. Come in here. There's another seal in here. Take this seal out. I gotta take all this out, get all this cleaned up. my shim wire ring. And then last thing I gotta get off this piece right here. Like that, that's my wire ring. Get it out. Well, that's it, just like that. I got all the other 15 rows done. This is the last one. I'm gonna shut the video down. On tomorrow, I'll resume this for the next phase, for the next video. Thank y'all for watching, man. We'll see y'all on the next video.